Hello, you. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Yaz, and I am excited for this class. It will not be strenuous, but it will be a little challenging, possibly. And I'm excited because it includes some core work, and that's one of my favorite areas to work. When I work my core, I feel confident, I feel strong, I feel powerful. And so I created this with hopes that you will also experience similar feelings with this flow. But I invite you to find peace and discomfort. That's the theme of this class. So I'll invite you throughout the class to notice where you might feel some discomfort and to invite some ease, invite some peace, and to just notice without judgment. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. So, whatever that looks like for you at this moment, you can sit in an easy seat or legs straight out in front. And for our deep breathing exercise, we're going to start with Nadi Shodhana breath, which is alternate nostril breathing, if you're unfamiliar. And so with our right hand, we're going to lift it and we're going to bend in our middle three fingers. So it's almost like the Hawaii or like a telephone. I'm not Greek, so I ain't claiming none of the Alpha Greek stuff. That's not what this is. This we're gonna call this our yogi telephone. So hello, hey yogi, namaste. So once you have your yogi telephone, you're going to, or I'll explain it first. We're going to use our thumb for the right side of our nose and our pinky for the left side. And just like the name alternate nostril breathing, we will switch between each nose so that we can bring some synergy into our bodies. All right. And so take an inhale here, hands free first. Exhale, letting out any stale air, any stale energy from before this practice. You can do this with your eyes open to start if you are new to Nadi breath. And so picking up that yogi telephone with your right hand, we will place our thumb on the nostril that's closest to, so our right nostril. All right, and we're not smushing that nostril in, but we're just closing it off. And we'll inhale through that left nostril through pinky side. Inhale here, nice and big, from the belly all the way up to the chest. Hold your breath. Close your pinky side. Close the left side. Exhale that air out your right nostril, thumb side. So mouth closed. Now we'll inhale through thumb side, keeping hands the same. Inhale. Hold your breath. Close thumb side, open up pinky side, and exhale out of pinky side. And inhale through pinky side, keeping hands the same. Hold your breath. Close pinky side. Exhale out of your thumb side. Keeping hands the same. Inhale, thumb side. Hold your breath. Close thumb side. Exhale, pinky side. Inhale, pinky side. Hold it. Close off pinky. Exhale through the thumb side. Inhale, thumb side. Hold it. Switch. Open pinky side and exhale pinky side. Few more. Doing great. Inhale, pinky side. Hold it. Close. Exhale, thumb side. Inhale, thumb side. Hold it. Close your thumb side. Exhale, pinky side. We got 3 more. Inhale, pinky side. Hold it, close, exhale, thumb side. 2 more. Inhale, thumb side. Hold it, close, exhale, pinky side. Last one, make it intentional. Inhale, pinky side. Close, Exhale, thumb side. You can release your hands and breathe normally here. And try to just breathe through your nose. At this time, you can close your eyes and lower your gaze just so you can go internally and notice if you feel a difference in your body after completing that breathing practice. Notice if your nose feels more crisp, more open. The air usually feels cleaner when I do naughty breath, so I really enjoy that breathing practice. All right, and from here, we'll just lift our hands up and shake our fingers out. We're gonna shake out any energy that's stale, any energy that we don't need at this time. So we're not gonna be super forceful and yank or cause any injuries here, but just flick here. You can do some gentle shakes, but again, we're lovingly shaking the energy out, so we don't want to hurt ourselves here. All right, and once you're done with that, you can bring your palms together at heart center. Roll your shoulders down, so whenever we do anything, you'll notice that shoulders are likely rolled down away from your ears. And we'll stretch our wrists here since we'll be putting a little bit of weight on them later. And you can just bend your hands to the left side. So just gently pressing, so not forceful, but just trying to get some movement, warming up that left wrist. And then bend your wrist over to the right. And then bend them over to the left. And then over to the right. We'll do that 2 more times each side, over to the left, over to the right, and feel free to spread your fingers out if you like. Last time, over to the left, and over to the right. All right, and you can release your hands onto your knees or your thighs, and we'll stretch out our neck here by shaking our head no, but we're going to take our time doing so. So as we inhale, we'll turn our head to face the right side of the room. Inhale here. Exhale, gently start turning your head to turn and face the left side of the room. So we're sitting up nice and tall, not slouching or leaning forward, but nice and tall. And inhale, looking to the right side of the room. And exhale, looking to the left side of the room. If you get dizzy easily like I do, I usually close my eyes in the middle and then fix my gaze on the point that I'm looking at. So inhaling to the right side. Exhale, I'm gonna close my eyes and then look to the left side. And that's just something that helps me. You can try it if you also experience dizziness. Inhale to the right side. Exhale to the left side. Really feel these stretches happening on each side of your neck. Last time here, inhaling, looking to the right. Exhaling, looking to the left. And we'll come back to center here. And this time we will nod our head yes. And definitely be careful here. We don't want to put extra tension or anything in our neck to cause injury. So as we inhale, we'll allow our head to tilt and be heavy. So we're not forcing it. We're just looking up as far as what is comfortable. And exhale, gently bring your chin to your chest. So again, nothing forceful. You can let gravity do the work here on the exhalation, pulling your head down. Inhale, chin to the sky, lifting your gaze as far as what is comfortable. Listen to your body. And exhale, chin to chest, letting gravity do some of that work. And inhale, chin to sky, lift your gaze. And exhale, chin to chest. gaze down. 2 more just like this. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, gaze down, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale, lift your gaze. Really feel where the sensations are in your neck. And exhale, chin to chest. Beautiful. So bring head back up to center. And we'll inhale to open our arms out wide and up above our head. And as we exhale, we'll rest our right hand down on the mat, reaching over to the right side of the room with your left hand. And we'll flow with our breath here. So inhale back up to center, stretching nice and tall. Exhale, rest your left hand down this time, reaching your right arm over to the left side of the room. Inhale, back up to center. And as you exhale, your left hip might want to follow you, but be intentional and press that hip down into the mat so you can really feel that stretch along your left side. And inhale, up tall. Exhale, remember, right hip, press it down into the earth. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, reach to the right. And then with your hands, make sure they're not in front of your face, but they're just outside of your ears. Inhale, coming up nice and tall. Shoulders down, so not up by your ears, but down, always away from your ears. And exhale, reaching to the left. So hip bone down, arm just outside of your ear. We'll do that 3 more times each side. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, reach to the right. Really feel the sensations on the side of your body. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, reach to the left. 2 more. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, reach to the left. Really be intentional here. Listen to your body. Inhale, up tall. Exhale, reach to the left. Feel where in your body you feel these sensations. Inhale, last time, up tall. Exhale, reach to the left. And we'll release and come back up to a normal seat. And we will find our way to butterfly. So you can bring both feet out in front of you with the soles of your feet to touch. And this will not be your typical butterfly, possibly depending on how you've practiced it before, but we're going to engage our entire body. So we're going to find peace in that discomfort. It's going to be fun. All right, so soles of the feet together. We're going to take our trigger fingers. Excuse this hand. This finger doesn't know how to go down, but trigger fingers, pointer, middle, thumb. These fingers are out. We're going to grab our big toes with those fingers. So we're not being forceful, but we're just grabbing them. All right. We're going to press our heels in together as though we're trying to squish a blueberry, or we're trying to hold a piece of paper or something, trying to hold $100 bill in between those feet. If you open your feet up, somebody gonna grab it. All right. So grabbing your toes, press those heels together, keep that $100 bill. And while you're doing that, also press your thighs outward diagonally away from your body to engage your legs. All right. So you should feel some heat. You should feel some energy traveling along your hips, possibly along your calves if you're really pressing into those heels, and engage your toes. Especially if you were wearing shoes already, by the time you watch this video, your feet they might feel like you've been wearing shoes, but flex your feet, spread your toes. That'll also help you to grab them a little bit better. All right, and inhale here. Exhale, press, press, press. Press everything. Press those thighs out. Press those heels together. Flex those toes. Feel that energy traveling along your legs. And try to find peace here. Notice what your face is doing. Notice any thoughts that might be coming into your mind during this time of brief discomfort. And remind yourself that this feeling is temporary. This is something that you can take with you even outside of yoga on the mat. But whenever you're in an uncomfortable situation, just remind yourself that this is temporary. I can stick it through. And we'll inhale here to roll our shoulders down our back. And on this exhale, we're going to pull from our toes a little bit so that we can engage our arms now. You can gently bring your elbows outwards. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, heels are still pressing, thighs are still reaching. Now we've just added in our elbows reaching outwards so we can get some engagement there too. Breathe here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. On this exhale, bring your chin back, your head and chin back, so you can make sure your head is directly aligned over your torso. So sitting up nice and tall here. We got 10 more seconds. 9, 8, keep squeezing, get it all out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, make it good. 2, last squeeze, and 1. You can release there. We're going to stay in butterfly, but you can shake out your hands if you need to, if anything needs to be popped. I know I got a lot of popping noises over here, excuse me. You can shake your arms out. So still in butterfly. This time we're going to take our hands and we're going to grab our feet, but we're going to bring our thumbs to the inside of our middle, the middle of our sole of our feet. I know I just said a lot. Bring your thumbs to the inside sole of your foot here. And inhale here. And exhale. And we're going to open up the soles of our feet like a book, but the outer edges will still be touching. All right, so if you can see, they're open. I'm going to engage my toes again, so you can engage your toes, spread them, flex them. And you can use your thumb to keep you steady here with the inner edges of your feet open. Inhale here to roll those shoulders down your back, sitting up nice and tall. Imagine the crown of your head is being pulled towards the ceiling. So nice and tall here. Inhale. Exhale, hinging from your hips. So keeping a straight spine, you can hinge forward. So I know oftentimes when people do butterfly, we can tend to round our spine forward, which that's a little more passive. We're going for active. So we're going to keep everything nice and engaged and tall and hinge from the hips. So head still tall. Inhale to engage your spine, sitting up nice and long. Exhale to hinge a little bit more. And we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You should feel this along the inside of your thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently come up. Great job. Hopefully you were able to find some peace in that discomfort, but we got some more for you. But in order to shake out our hips, I'll turn to the side so you all can see. We'll windshield wiper our legs. You can bring your feet flat to the outer edges of your mat and let your both knees fall over to the right side. And then over to the left side. Again, over to the right. And over to the left. And windshield wiper is really good to release from both the inner and outer corners of your hips. One more time each side. All right, and once you are done, meet me at hands and knees in a tabletop position. All All right, and from our tabletop position, you want to make sure that your wrists are directly below your shoulders. Your knees are directly below your hips, so they don't need to be touching. You can open them a little to be hips width distance apart. And also, whenever you are in any type of tabletop or plank or downward dog, anything that requires you to have your hands down on the mat, you want to make sure that the elbow, the inner elbow, which some people refer to as the eye of the elbow, is facing forward. So hands are facing forward. Rotate your elbow so that the eye of the elbow is facing forward, and spread your fingertips wide and grip into the mat. All right, so we're gripping as though you're trying to palm a basketball, but we're holding on to the mat, and we'll do a few rounds of cat and cow here. So as we inhale, we'll arch our back, tilting our tailbone, lifting our gaze up, shoulders down. Exhale, press into those palms, roll your shoulders forward, tuck your tailbone in, chin to your chest. Again, inhale, arching your back, rolling your shoulders down away from your ears, lifting your gaze. Exhale, dome your spine, tuck your tailbone under, chin to your chest. And do a few more at your own pace here. Noticing what you feel in your body. Noticing how your body feels different in cat pose versus in cow pose. So yoga is great for just learning how to notice. And when you notice things, you're more aware of things. Things are less likely to catch you off guard. Things are less likely to progress beyond repair. And so that's why it's great to just start paying attention to your body. Even the small, subtle movements. One last round here. Inhaling to cat or to cow. Exhale to cat, chin to chest. All right, and you can come to a neutral tabletop position, and we'll thread the needle. So we'll keep our left hand down. Inhale to lift your right arm up to the sky. Let your gaze follow your hand. And as we exhale, we'll flip our palm under, thread that hand through the opening behind your left hand, and bring your right ear down, or right side of your face down to the mat. If you like, you can straighten your left arm forward. And notice here that your hips might want to lean over to the left. Gently guide them back over to the right so that your hips are aligned, so that the weight is evenly distributed here. And take an inhale here. Exhale, roll that left shoulder down and away from your ear. We're here for a couple more seconds. And inhale here. And exhale. If your left hand is extended, or if your left arm is extended, you can bring your left hand back towards your body, flat on the mat, pressing back up to a tabletop position. We'll do the same on the left side. So right hand is flat this time. Inhale to open up your left side. Let your gaze follow your left hand to the sky. Exhale, flipping your palm under, threading that left hand through the opening behind your right wrist. And again, you have the option, if you would like, to extend your right arm forward. And if you feel that your hips are wanting to lean to the right a little, gently guide them back to the left so your hips can be aligned over your knees here. And take an inhale. And exhale, relax your neck. Roll that right shoulder down away from your ears. Focus on your breathing here. Notice what your face is doing. This helps you to notice what your face does outside of yoga when you find yourself in uncomfortable situations. Notice what you're doing. Listen to your body. Last inhale here. And exhale. If your right arm was extended, you can bring it back near your body, pressing into that palm to come out of that twist, back up to a tabletop position. And from here, we're going to move into our pigeon flow. And so you can walk your hands forward a little bit. And from here, we're going to slide our right knee up in between our hands. All right, so we're going to be in modified pigeon here. So your shin is directly under your thigh, and your right butt cheek should be resting somewhere near your right ankle. All right, so we're sitting on top of that leg. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can take a seated pigeon. So left foot flat on the mat, lift your right leg, cross it over, and you want to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall here, and you're flexing your toes in that right foot and using your hands as a kickstand. So try the first one. If it is very uncomfortable, or if your body is not willing to go into that pose at this moment, you are more than welcome to try the alternate posture that I just demonstrated. But if you would like, we'll start in this first version of pigeon. So right butt cheek on right ankle, and your hands might still be a little forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands closer to your body so you can be sitting up nice and tall. And if you like, you can even come onto your fingertips. You should feel a nice opening along the front of that left hip, that left leg that's straight and back. You can press the top of your left foot into the earth to engage it. We're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders away from the ears, chest nice and open here. Take an inhale here and exhale, noticing any discomfort. Fix your gaze directly in front of you, so not looking up too high, or if you want to look down, that's fine, but I invite you to look straight in front of you. And from here, if you would like to go a little deeper into a full pigeon, you can lift off of that right hip. You can bring your right leg out more towards the left side of the mat. If you're going to do that, make sure you flex your right toes so that we don't cause any pain or discomfort to our right knee. Otherwise, you're welcome to stay in the previous version. If you're in a seated version, you can rest there, get a nice stretch. All right, and we're here for a few more seconds. Take an inhale here to sit up nice and tall. And if you want a slightly different sensation, you can come down. Reclined pigeon, resting your forehead on the mat, or you can stack one fist on top of the other, resting your forehead down. So this will get more into the back of your outer right thigh, your hamstrings here. So depending on what you want to feel here, you can go ahead and align there. We're here for 10, 9, 8. Really breathe. Notice any discomfort. Notice your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you were reclined, you can press into your hands, and we'll come back into child's pose. If you were seated, you can also join us here in child's pose. So coming onto your hands and knees, letting your hips rest on your ankles and walking your hands forward, bringing your forehead to the mat. If you need some extra space for your body, widen your knees. This will also help you get more into your hips. Notice how different one side may feel from the other. And inhale here. Exhale, you can come back up to your hands and knees. We'll repeat the same with the left leg this time. So you can walk your hands forward a little bit, slide that left knee up in between both hands. You can scoot that right leg, the straight leg back, So again, in this option, we're starting with the shin directly under the thigh. So your left butt cheek resting on your left ankle. Again, if you have any knee pain or if your body doesn't want to do that, right foot flat, seated on your bottom, hands behind you. You can lift your left leg up, cross it over. If you need some more space, just slide that front leg down. But listen to your body. There's no judgment either way. Honor where you are in this moment. All right, we're in our pigeon pose. Take an inhale here and exhale. If your fingers are in front of you, walk them closer to your body. And if you like, you can even come onto your fingertips. Make sure you're not straining in your lower back here. Relax your butt cheeks. They might be a little clenched because of discomfort. But go ahead and inhale here. Exhale, send your breath into your lower back, into your butt cheeks. You can relax them. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders away from your ears, chest nice and open here, gaze looking directly in front. Really feeling the stretch along the inner front of that right leg. One last inhale here. And exhale. If you took full pigeon on the right side, I invite you to do so on this side also. So lifting up a little bit to bring that left leg out towards the right side of your mat. Flex those left toes. So we want to make sure too that we're not leaning over onto the left hip, but we're sitting evenly. So press into your right hip to bring it closer to the ground and flex those left toes. Inhale to sit up nice and tall here. And exhale. Notice your face. What is it doing? Are you clenching your teeth? Your eyebrows wrinkled? Give yourself permission to release here. Add some space in between your teeth. Focus on your breath. And inhale here. Exhale. If you'd like to go into reclined pigeon, you can gently walk your hands forward, bringing your forehead down, or you can stack one fist on top of the other to get more into the back of your left leg, into your hamstrings. And we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you were reclined, you can gently press up. We'll find our way to a child's pose to reset briefly. So you can slide that left knee back to meet the right. Resting your hips down, walking your hands forward. Come into child's pose. Again, if you need some extra space, opening those hips a little bit wider, opening your knees. Resting your forehead down here briefly. And noticing your body, what you're feeling. Working on finding peace in discomfort. And one last inhale here. Exhale. You can come back up to a tabletop position. All right, things are about to get a little spicy, but it's nothing that you can't handle. All right, so we're going to come into our first plank. So again, hands on the mat. We're going to widen our fingers and grip the mat as though we're trying to grip a basketball or as though we're trying to hold on. We're going to take our left leg, straighten it behind, tuck our toes under. Inhale. Exhale, lift that right leg also, tuck it to meet the left. If you need a little more stability, you can widen your feet out. And we'll hold plank here for a few seconds. So gaze looking directly down in between both hands, shoulders away from your ears. So we're not scrunched, but we're nice and powerful here. Shoulders away from the ears. The eye of your elbows are pointing forward. So not inside, but forward. One thing a lot of people do is they arch their back here. You want to tuck your tailbone. So nice and straight here. We're here for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7. Squeeze your core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Coming back to a tabletop for a brief second before we go into our side plank. Notice how you're feeling. If you said any cuss words, hopefully not. But if you did, it is what it is. And we'll come into our modified side plank. So here on hands and knees, again, making sure knees are directly below your hips. Wrists are directly below your shoulders. We'll start with the right leg. So we'll straighten that right leg behind us. And turn your right leg down. So the inner corner of your right foot is now on the mat, or actually your whole foot is on the mat and it's pointed towards the front of the mat. And so we'll inhale here to lift that right hand up off the mat, opening it up to the sky in our modified side plank. Squeeze your core here. Roll that right shoulder back and down away from your ears. So it's not up here, but it's away from your ears. But engage your core. Press up nice and strong through that left hand. And we're here for 10, 9, nice and open, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Really stretch that right arm up. 2, 1. Come back down to tabletop. Alrighty, if you need to stretch your wrist out, I like to flip my palms under and just rest them there. So not adding any extra pressure, but just flipping them under. So it's the opposite of the pressure we were just putting on it. All right, and we're going to do the same with the left leg. So tabletop position, straighten that left leg behind you, rotate that back foot down. So now your toes are facing the back of the room. Inhale to lift your left hand up, open up to the left side. So again, using your core here, pressing nice and tall, really stretching those left fingers up, rolling that shoulders down and away from your ears. And focus on your body, focus on your breath. Notice where you feel any discomfort for 10, 9, squeeze your core, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left hand back down, coming back to hands and knees. We'll come into a child's pose to reset briefly. So hips back onto your heels, walking your hands forward. Great job. Notice what you're feeling right now. All your feelings are valid. Let's work on finding peace. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Finding peace in the discomfort. One last inhale here. Exhale, we'll come back up to our hands and knees. And it's about to get a little bit spicier. So we were just kind of mild. We're about to turn it up just a teensy bit more. All right. So we'll find our way back to a full plank. All right. So left foot tucked under. Inhale here. Exhale. Bring your right foot to meet the left. So we're holding this full plank for 10. 9, tuck that tailbone under, so no arched back here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in that plank. If this plank is uncomfortable, you can hold it here in a modified plank on hands and knees. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. But all right, still in full plank. We're going to come to a side plank on the left side. So go ahead and rotate onto the outer left edge of your left foot. You can either bring your right foot on top of your left foot, or you can bring the inside of that right foot to the mat. All right. But from here, we're going to lift our right arm up to the sky, and we're going to hold side plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 5 more seconds. If you want, you can reach and grab the right big toes, straighten that leg up for 5, 4, 3, embrace the shakes, 2, and 1. Back to full plank and then hands and knees. Whew. Yeah, my left arm is not as strong as the right, so I do shake a bit more over there, and I had a previous wrist injury, so that side does shake more. You'll notice that one side might feel a little different than the other, and that's normal. We're gonna go ahead to the other side. You should feel a little heated up now. I told you we're getting spicy, caliente. All right, 2 plank. Straighten that left leg back. Come up on your right leg. We're gonna hold plank. Shoulders down away from your ears for 10, 9, 8, 7. Tuck that tailbone and lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, right side plank. So roll over onto the outer edge of that right foot. Again, if you like, either stack the left foot on top, or if you need a little more support, left foot in front. But wherever you are, lift that left hand up to the sky. Open up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Grip the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it 5 more seconds. Option to grab that left big toe and extend your left leg for 5, 4, 3. Squeeze your core. 2, 1. Back on your hands and knees into child's pose. Oh, that was fun. Oh. Slow your breathing here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Notice what you're feeling. Notice your body. Notice if there's any areas that tensed up during that last segment. Notice your jaw. Usually you can tell if your jaw tensed up, if you feel a little sensation, a little pain there. And inhale here. Exhale, we'll find our way onto our backs. Alrighty. So once you're on your back, I got one last sensation for you all. So we'll lift both legs up high to the sky, flexing both toes. You can rest your hands down on the mat, just outside of your body. And make sure that there's no space in between here. If you're a little more blessed in the trunk, you can get a pillow to put under your lower back. But we want to make sure that our backs aren't like this. We want them flat. So if you need to lift up a little to make sure your back is flat, go ahead and do that. But we'll do some leg drops here. So last bit of core work. 10 each side. So we're flexing our toes. We're going to see how slowly you can go. The slower you go, the more you feel the burn. But I'll count us down in 3, 2, 1. So both legs are up. Take an inhale here. Exhale and lower that left leg as slowly as you can. But don't let that heel touch the ground if you can avoid it. So as close as you can get to the ground. And inhale to bring it back up. Exhale to slowly lower the right leg this time. Slow as you can. Don't let it touch the ground. And inhale back up. And exhale, lower the left leg. So we're alternating. Squeeze, tuck your tailbone under when you lower. It might want to go up, tuck it under, and inhale to pull that left leg up. Exhale, lower the right leg. Tucking that tailbone under, keeping that lower back in contact with the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left foot. Inhale. Lower the right foot. Inhale. Lower the left foot. Keeping that back flat. Inhale. Lower the right foot. Notice how you're feeling. Are you clenching your teeth? Is your face relaxed? Inhale. Lower the left foot. Are your arms tense? See if you can relax your arms a little more here. Inhale. Lower the right foot. Flex those toes. Engage them. Inhale. Lower the left foot. We'll do 3 more each side. This is 3. Inhale. Lower the right foot. Engage that core. Inhale. Lower the left foot. This is 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right foot. Toes still engaged. Core still engaged. Inhale. Last one. Make it really good. Lower the left foot. And when you get to the bottom, we're going to hold it there. So hold that left foot. Squeeze your core for 10, 9, and even lift your shoulders up off the mat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, 1. Lower your shoulders, lift your left foot. Inhale here. Exhale. We're going to do the same on the right. So lower that right foot down as low as you can get it without touching the floor. And we're going to hold here. Lift your shoulders up off the mat. Squeeze your core for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, and 1. Release both legs up. You can bend your knees towards your chest, wrapping your arms around. You can gently rock from side to side, or you can stay still, whichever you would like. That was fun, right? I liked it. Hope you did too. The hardest parts are over. So give yourself a round of applause. You did amazing. I just know you did. Regardless of where you are today, you're still here. So you did amazing. And from here, we'll grab the outer edges of our feet, coming into happy baby. And we'll open up our legs. So you see the knees are about parallel. Feet are pointed or as though you're stamping the ceiling. And happy baby. I also like to rock from side to side to get a gentle spinal massage, but if you prefer to stay still, you can do so. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze while you're here. Focus on your breathing. Focus on how you made it through those brief periods of discomfort. You did it and it's done. That's something you can take with you after practice. And from here, take an inhale. Exhale, you can gently bring your feet down flat onto the mat, resting your hands out by your side. We'll rest here in Shavasana for about a minute or so. So focus on slowing down your breath. Let's do a brief body scan, starting at the feet to check in and see how we feel after all of that lovely work. So let's check into the toes. Hey toes. Draw your attention there. Notice how they're feeling. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. Let's move up through the soles of our feet into the ankles. Say, hey ankles. How y'all feeling? Move up to our calves. Hey calves. How y'all feeling? Check in. Moving up to our knees. Check in with your knees. Moving up to your thighs. Hey thighs. Into your hamstrings, on the back of your leg, the insides of your leg, checking in. Let's check into our hip sockets, into our hips. How are our hips feeling? Checking in with your core. We just worked our core a bit. Hey core, I still love you. That's why I'm doing all this work. Moving up to our heart center. Hey heart. Moving up to our shoulders, checking in with our shoulders. Going down our arm to our elbows. And then to our wrists. We did put a lot of pressure on our wrists, so checking in. How y'all doing? What y'all need? And checking in with our fingers, our phalanges, our palms. They did some gripping today. Moving back up through into our neck, checking in with our neck. How you doing, neck? Moving to our jaw. This is how I can notice if I clenched my jaw when I do my body scans. If it feels like I was clenching, I was clenching. I just might not have noticed in the moment. Moving up to your lips. Hey lips, giving them permission to relax. So no need to purse or squeeze them up here. Removing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Going up through to your nose, your cheeks, relaxing, unwrinkling. In between your eyebrows, relaxing your forehead. Going up to the crown of your head. And take a big inhale here. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, slowly fill up your lower belly. Feel your ribs opening up, expanding. Feel your chest rising. Exhale, slowly release that air from your chest, from your ribs, from your belly. Last one, make it an intentional one. Inhale here, nice and big from your belly. Expand your ribs into your chest. Slow exhale here. You can gently wiggle your fingers and toes here to wake your body back up. And you can roll over onto your right side, resting on your bicep briefly in fetal pose as we reflect on what we just did, as we reflect on how proud we are of ourselves for sticking it through the discomfort, finding peace in the discomfort, persevering. You are capable of persevering. And take an inhale here. And exhale, you can press into your hand to come up to a seat. Taking your time. Okay, and once you are in your seat, we'll inhale to extend our arms out wide and up above our head. Exhale, palms touch and come to our third eye, to our forehead, to remind ourselves to be mindful of the things we allow in here in our mind, being mindful of what you consume, the content, the music, the things that other people say, being mindful of what you allow yourself to believe, and rejecting whatever does not feel true. And bringing our palms to our lips to remind ourselves to speak kind, loving words, not only to others, but most importantly, to yourself. At the end of the day, the way that you speak to others is a direct reflection of how you feel about and how you speak to yourself. So speak with love and bringing your palms to your heart center to remind yourself that you are peace, you are filled with love, you can persevere, you can find peace in the discomfort. You are capable because you just did it. You just did it. And we'll bow forward here. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. This might be my favorite class that I've put together thus far. So if you are a part of that history for me, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. And a special thank you because this class is going towards the requirements for my 500-hour yoga teacher certification. So thank you for helping me to become a better instructor. And I look forward to having you back here on the mat. Bye.